everyone, it's Deb here, and I thought I would give you guys an 8-week update. It was 8 weeks ago today that I had my VSG gastric sleeve surgery. I have to apologize that I'm kind of messy looking. I haven't taken my shower yet this morning because I was waiting for it to stop raining. It's kind of gloomy this morning, so I wanted to go take my walk, but I wanted to wait for the rain to stop. So I will take my shower later. But I wanted to give everybody an update because I have kind of a lot to talk about. It's been kind of a wild week. To begin with, I'll give you numbers, which this week are awesome. Last couple of weeks has been so frustrating because I went from 206 to 204 to 203 to 202. And today I stepped on the scale and I was 197. That's 5 pounds in the last week. So that is exciting. I haven't been below 200 in 10 years. I might have seen it for a minute right after I had my daughter because I lost some weight when I was pregnant with her. So I came home less than when I found out I was pregnant. But that didn't last for more than a week because I gained like 30 pounds over the next couple of months. I was so sick the whole time I was pregnant. So anyways, so 197. Not only did I bust past 200, I like busted 3 pounds past 200. So I'm really excited about that. I even stepped on the scale like 3 times just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. And it said the same thing all 3 times. So that's exciting because I was feeling a little bit discouraged. I really had kind of an emotional week where I was kind of up and down and not really feeling very confident. You know, part of it was because, you know, 1 pound a week is still lost. So I can't even say I had a stall. But it just seemed like 2 pounds, 1 pound, 1 pound. I was never going to get below 200. And that was kind of a scary thought to go through all this and go, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get lower than I ever have been in the last 10 years. And that's my goal. And no matter how many times you watch people's videos or read what people have done and see, you'll get there. You're just like everybody else. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. You're going to get below 200. You still, when it's you and you're going through it, you don't believe it until it happens. So that's exciting. Big news. But the hormones, I think, this week, that was what was giving me a clue. I kind of had a thought that I might be losing more this week because I was so emotional all week. I was crying at dumb things. I was insecure and like doubting all my decisions. My kids were playing with my head. I just found myself irritable over dumb things. Just like I'd wake up in the morning and I just felt off all day, just irritable. Like I wanted to just shoot things. And it just would go on all day long and there was really no break. And that was hard. That was I knew this was coming. People have warned me. I've seen it warned 100 times. Those hormones are stuck in your fat, and when you have rapid weight loss and you drop a bunch of fat, all those hormones get flushed into your system. And I've been doing better drinking water, but I still don't know if I'm doing enough. And I think that will help the hormone issue too, because more fluids, more stuff going through your system, flushes those hormones out and hopefully makes you feel better. But I didn't also exercise as much this week as I wanted to. I exercised, I went to the gym once with my husband. He goes to a gym. I'm thinking I'm going to join that gym. And we did an elliptical, and I, walked around the block a couple times. So I did probably, 3-4 times of exercising, but not as intense. I've done some, but I'm not doing like real intense, super intense exercising. I just haven't had the time. It's been kind of intense because my daughter is in her gymnastics high school season, and there's a meet Thursday, there was a meet Saturday, and then last week there was another meet Thursday and Saturday, and this coming week there's a meet Wednesday and Saturday. So it's like you're just constantly going. And it also makes it tricky to keep track of what I'm eating. Some days, I do have to track. I have to track because I had one day where I hadn't eaten hardly anything. All of a sudden I'm going, oh shoot, it's like 6 o'clock at night and I'd only had 300 calories. And then other days when I thought I was in the right range of calories, but then I ended up going over 100 calories, more than I thought I would. In general, over this last week, I upped my calories about 100. I was doing about 650 to 700 calories. I opted to try going 750 to 800. I was able to eat more in one meal, so that, was part of it. I was feeling a little more hunger. So I thought, let's just go up 100. Maybe my weight loss is slow because my calories are too low. And so experimenting with where your calories should be is part of the process. Some people need more, some people need less. So I decided to try going up 100, tried to drink more water. I think I did better, but I still don't know that I got my 64 ounces a day. I'm pretty sure I got like 3 of my 16-ounce doodads in, but I need 4. Because 3 of them there's 32 ounces plus another, you know, I may be getting 50, close to 50 ounces a day of water. I need to be getting 64 or more. But like I said, I noticed this week I can take like 3 or 4 swallows, like swallow, 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 when I take a drink. I tried it. I hadn't been doing that. I'd been taking like a mouthful and then slowly swallowing it. This week I said, you know what? I need to drink more water, so I'm going to drink more at a time. So I took 3 swallows, 3, 4 swallows, and I did fine. I didn't want to do more than that. I had to wait for it to kind of settle, but I could, you know, only have to wait a few minutes before I could take another few swallows. So things are going in easily. I'm able to fit more, you know, so I've been maybe up to 3 ounces at a time rather than 2 ounces at a time. So food this week, pretty much the same stuff, but I found some cool things that I wanted to share with you guys. These Hormel au jus roast. This is beef roast. Love the pork roast. First I found the pork roast. I got the beef roast too. I've already eaten the pork roast. I got to get another one. It comes in this light juice and it's really good, especially if you need like a like comfort food. In 5 ounces, which I probably eat about 3 ounces at a time. I think I measured it and it was about 3 ounces that I've been eating at a time. But in 5-ounce serving, there's 24 grams of protein, only 4 carbs, 8 grams of fat, 180 calories. And really, it fills you up for a long time. I had 3 ounces of it, and I'm full for a couple of hours before I even think about food again, so I can really focus on getting my water in. And it tastes really good. It's really soft. It like falls apart because it's been so roasted, and I can't make it any better than what they did here. So this is Hormel. And I have the pork roast I love. And then the other thing I've discovered is the juice, the gravy that it comes with. I saved it, and I had those turkey meatballs in the freezer that I've always felt like they were too dry and I needed something to put them in to moisten them up a little bit. I soaked them in the, what was left over of I saved the gravy, and then I threw the meatballs in there. I heated it up, and then I let it sit there, and then I put it back in the fridge. And it really helps to moisten it up and give it a little bit better flavor. So that's one thing I discovered. I also went to Chili's and had dinner, and I ordered my favorite fajita trio, which basically is a fajita thing, but they have it all opened up. You get to pick how you put it. They've got steak and chicken and shrimp, and it's grilled. I'm sure there's some butter on it, you know, grilled in butter or something. And then they have like the green peppers and the onions underneath, and your little plate that has like your sour cream and your guacamole and your lettuce and your cheese and, you know, your condiments thing. And then the tortillas. Well, I didn't eat the tortillas. Took them home. The kids can have them. I took some of the cheese and I sprinkled it on top of the meat so it would kind of melt on top of my meat, and mostly ate the steak and the shrimp. Really good. Just little bits, you know? And then I took the rest of the meat and I made 3 more meals out of the rest of that meat that came with it, between the chicken, the steak, and the shrimp. So it's $16 for the meal, but I made 4 meals out of it, you know, with the cheese. And then my husband, I dunked a couple times in the sour cream just for taste, just because it's just fun. And I'm finding that sometimes I just want to taste, and just one bite of it is good. I got the taste and I'm happy. But, you know, my husband ate the guacamole and he took the onions. I nibbled on a few of the green peppers. So it really was a satisfying meal in several ways of something I don't eat every day. Because when I eat out, I kind of don't want to eat something I've eaten every day. So anyways, you can eat out. I still have my Premier protein shakes. Usually 1 a day. If I don't, I end up low on protein by the end of the day, and I end up drinking the other. I might drink half of it in the morning because I get too busy. I will end up drinking the other half in the evening because I will look and go, okay, protein is low. I got to get my protein because I usually do my protein, try to get it to 80. And this week I changed some vitamins. I didn't necessarily change how much I'm taking. I just got different versions because I had the bariatric support, the Twin Labs, which this is the B12 dots, which are just little bitty dots of dissolving shine. I still use those. I take 2 of these a day, and they're like, I don't know, 500 micrograms MCGs. I take 2 of these, one in the morning and one at night for B12. I still take this one, but I had the Twin Labs, like the calcium wafers and the vitamins in a chewable. And I liked them at first. You know, to begin with, I was like, oh, they're kind of citrusy and a little fun, a little tart, kind of like sweet tart. Well, I got really sick of them. And I just was like gagging them down and finding I wasn't even taking them as much as I should be. So I ordered for a multivitamin, I ordered the Bariatric Advantage and got the French vanilla because I decided citrus is just you get sick of it. So this is just French vanilla, really mild, easy flavored, easy to eat. I take 2 of these a day. And for calcium, I got the chewable. I got the little chewy bites. The calcium citrate chewy bites, also from Bariatric Advantage. They do have calories, but I make sure I log it in my calories. You know, the chews have 20 calories each, and it says 5 grams of carbs, but no sugar. It says 4 grams of sugar alcohols, and I'm still confused. If somebody can explain to me the whole sugar alcohol versus sugar thing and what's going on with that, I'm still confused about what the deal is with sugar alcohols, but I was told to kind of not worry about them. So it's not a high carb thing anyways. And I only have 3. I should, in order to eat, these have 250 each in each one of the chews. And they're in these little, they come in these little packages, little wrapper thingies. So they're really handy. You can throw them in your purse and you always have them so you don't forget to take them. And they're like a little treat. They're my treat. I figure, you know what, I have a sweet tooth. This kind of satisfies my sweet tooth, and it gets my chews in, and it's not too bad as far as calories and stuff go. You know, at 250, they want me to take 1,200 calories or 1,200 grams of calcium. So I would have to take like 2, 4, 6, 5 of those, 5 of these in order to get that much. What I've been doing is taking. I managed to swallow. I hate swallowing pills. Pills are so awful. And so, but I can handle like 1 big decent pill a day. I'll get that down. So these are the calcium citrate petites, and they're a smaller pill, but they're still kind of big. You know, they're still not tiny, tiny. But they go down okay if I only have to take 1. So what I've been doing in the morning is I've been taking 1 of these, and that's 400. So I take 1 of these, and then I only have 3 of the chews. So that's less calories for my day. But the chews, I'm much more likely to keep eating them all day long. I was forgetting. I was not getting my calcium half the time. I was only getting about half my calcium because I could maybe get it down in the morning. But then you can't take it all at once. You got to take it again in the evening, and I just could not stomach it by the end of the day. So I didn't take it. The other thing, and I take Prilosec twice a day. This is 20 milligrams. I take that twice a day. Little easy pill to swallow. No problem with that pill. No problem with little dots for B12. I got biotin now. This is 5,000. I take 2 of these, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon or night or whenever. I take it with the other stuff. And I decided to do that, even though I haven't lost any hair yet. But I thought, you know, maybe I'll just get ahead of the game. The other thing I got, which it was somebody, who was it? I'm trying to think of who it was. Somebody, I was watching their videos. Oh, Diana Shrinking. She showed me these for fiber. I have not had a huge issue, but enough that I was like, you know, I don't know if I need 4. She takes 4 like in the evening, and she said that works great for her. I take 2, and that really seems to, it does help to keep things moving. Because I wasn't really having a huge problem, but sometimes it was just not comfortable. So I thought a little bit of fiber would probably help. And again, they have a couple calories. They have 15 calories per little gummy. And then they have, the fiber is the carbs are all fiber basically. There's no sugars, or it says less than 1 gram of sugar. There's dietary fiber 4 grams, soluble fiber 4 grams. It says total carbs 6 grams. I'm not sure how you add 4 and 4 and come up with 6, but it's the carbs in it. You can't get fiber without getting carbs. So you might as well just chew it and have a little candy and get over it, you know, have some good stuff there. So anyways, that's my week. I think I got all of my my stuff in. I just wanted to talk about it. It's kind of long today. Sorry, guys. I will talk to you next week. Bye.